Hey everyone, and welcome back to Broken Sword the Smoking Mirror. My name is Eric. We are currently in Claramonte City, the place we were supposed to go to. We were supposed to go here before, and this is actually a quite large area, and I'm probably going to get lost lost a lot. I'm probably going to get lost a bit around here, and you'll have to have some patience with me, because, yeah, I don't really know what the hell I'm doing. I've also got some hints, which means that I'm going to probably pause the game a little bit now and then, just to make sure I'm not stuck too much, because that would be boring. But for now, I'm just going to look around. Is this
It looked to me like an early portrait of Orson Welles.
Uh-huh. Is it the
In
Generalissimo?
Quaramonte, defacing a poster was probably a capital offense.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Now, I like most animals, but experience had made me wary of goats, and cats, and dogs.
Most animals, actually. Hello, goat. You're a nice goat, aren't you? Yeah. And George doesn't know what to do with it. But I think there's an Easter egg here. I got that cold previously.
What was that?
It's a lump of lucky coal.
Coal? I would have preferred chocolate. Any flavor, so long as it hasn't got marzipan in it. God, I hate marzipan.
You can talk. I mean, you're a talking goat.
Keep your voice down. This is between you and me, right?
Well, I guess so.
I mean it. You tell anyone you've spoken to me, and you'll be cursed.
Sure. There you go. That's a little Easter egg, because I picked that coal up in the previous chapter, and that's what you used it for. So there's a talking goat in Caramonte. That's kind of hilarious when you think about it. So I was expecting Gaspode. Ooh.
Hey, cheer up, guys. What's with the long faces?
Our pipe player has been arrested and thrown in jail.
Poor Miguel. He never broke the law in his life.
Well, he must have done something.
Why was Miguel put in jail?
For playing folk music.
What?
It's true, senor. He insisted on playing traditional Quaramonte music, even though it's illegal.
Well, then he broke the law. You morons. You said he never broke the law, and he did. Also, if you're playing Peruvian music, you should be in Yale. Honestly.
Why don't you try playing a tune to cheer yourselves up?
No, we should be looking for real jobs.
We
Well
could
said.
earn 10 times as much down the mines. My cousin Ramirez was earning 8 pesos an hour.
Before he lost his legs in the accident.
8 pesos is, what's that, like maybe 2 cents?
Tell me about the accident at the mine.
There was an explosion at Teoculcan. 30 miners were buried alive.
They got some of them out, though.
2 of them, including your cousin, and they left half of him behind.
Actually, that's really sad. Ugh.
Have you any idea what this is?
No, senor.
Me neither.
And this?
Have you seen anything like...
I, the hungry chief.
Why are you carrying that thing around with you, senor? Don't you know who it is?
No.
Dude, tell me.
He's Tezcatlipoca, god of death and blood.
Well, I always wanted to have a god of death and blood in my pocket.
Take a look at the design on this label.
I have seen that before.
Where?
There was a ship flying a flag just like that.
When did you see this ship?
3 months ago. It was here, at the docks.
Well, that's a good clue. That's what we needed.
Do you guys know anything about a total eclipse?
What is it?
It's like when the sun is hidden by the moon.
It's crazy.
My cousin Alfredo swears he saw it happen once. But that was after he stupidly consumed a cocktail of peyote and antibiotics.
Oh boy.
What was the ship with the condor flag carrying?
I don't know, senor. We weren't allowed near the docks.
That's right. Usually we meet the ships when they tie up.
We play to the tourists.
Well, when the Condor ship came in, we were told to go away.
Well, they didn't want you to see anything. Obviously. But here's someone we recognize. It's Pearl! It's Pearl! Yay! How you going?
Stobbart, well of all the...
Mrs. Henderson. Boy, this is some coincidence, huh?
When you've been married to a fruitcake like Dwayne as long as I have, you stop believing in coincidence.
I'd met Pearl and Dwayne on the other side of the globe in Syria. He was an army veteran who suspected he was working for the CIA, but wasn't sure. She was less obviously direct.
Cousin Eddie. Dwayne is a funny guy, and he's kind of like Cousin Eddie. Really.
Is Dwayne here with you, Mrs. Henderson?
Why, sure, I couldn't leave him home alone. Since Dwayne came back from the war, we couldn't bear to be apart.
So, where is he now?
We ain't speaking.
Why aren't you speaking to Dwayne?
Because he's an old spoiled sport sourpuss. I want to visit one of those old pyramid places, but Dwayne says he has to stay in town.
Right. And you don't want to go on your own.
Well, there's no point in going to the pyramid if there's no one around to take my picture.
Isn't that what you had the guide for?
Is Dwayne still working for the CIA?
If he is, he doesn't know it. He's what they call a snoozer.
Don't you mean a sleeper?
No, this is different. He used to think he worked for them, but the psychotherapy cured him of that. What he doesn't realize is that now he really does work for them. At least that's the way I understood it.
Okay, this is seriously confusing. Dwayne thought he was in the CIA, got therapy for not to believe he wasn't, but now he is? Wow.
What brings you to Quaramonte, Pearl?
What takes me just about anywhere's the market.
You drove 2,000 miles to go shopping?
Shopping is my role in the economy of the great design, George.
I believe you, Pearl. You're a special lady.
What do you make of this stone, Pearl?
Oh, that's pretty. What's that thing supposed to be, a rabbit?
I believe it's a coyote.
Well, it sure is cute.
I was surprised she didn't ask me where she could buy one.
Yeah, so am I. Let's show her our god of blood and war in our pocket.
What do you make of this statue, Pearl?
Hoo-wee, that's a spitting image of Dwayne's brother Sheridan. A little less body hair, maybe, but it's him all right.
Oh, so Dwayne has a Hellraiser of a brother then.
Take a look at this news cutting, Pearl.
You'll have to read it to me, George. I left my specs in a gay bar in Santa Barbara.
Well, it's about an eclipse of the sun, which is due to occur in a few weeks' time.
You'd think the government would warn us about these kind of things.
It's not dangerous or anything. Apparently, the best place to view the eclipse is right here in Quaramonte.
Oh, my.
Well, you're in for a
Appear to
treat.
be the slightest bit interested.
Couldn't expect too much.
What does this mean to you, Pearl?
What cute little feathers. Why, if you had two of those, they'd sure make nice earrings.
This isn't intended for frivolous personal adornment, Pearl. It's a dart, tipped with a fast-acting, muscle-numbing poison.
Pardon me, I stand corrected, honey.
Yeah, you sure do.
Sometimes I got the feeling that communication with Pearl was like sending signals out into space. Maybe, if you waited long enough, you'd get an intelligent answer back. But it was a long shot.
Oh, come on, George. Don't be too hard on
Catch you
her.
later, Pearl.
She's a nice lady. She's a really nice little lady. We're going to enter the buildings in a while. Hey, there he is. Here's Dwayne, my buddy from Syria.
It was Pearl's husband, Dwayne. Hey, Mr. Anderson. Good to see you again.
Do I know you, son?
George Stobbart, remember? In Syria? I sold you a statue.
I remember that. Pearl was mighty vexed when the paint came off.
Look, I'm sorry. I'll give you back the $50.
No, you suckered me fair and square.
Yeah, I sure did.
Are you still working for... you know who?
You know I can't talk about my work, George. That's between me and Uncle Sam.
I think they have a new actor for the voice of Dwayne. Sounds a little bit odd.
Does the name Karzak mean anything to you?
Sounds like a comic book villain to me, son.
He's the
looks
man
like one.
behind Condor, and the rat who kidnapped Nico.
You know, the first time I met you, I was deeply impressed with your naive simplicity. I said to Pearl, if we ever had kids, I would have wanted a boy like George. But I underestimated you, son.
Okay.
Did you know that traditional music is illegal in Caramonte?
Is that so? Seems reasonable to me.
No, really.
Yeah, to me too.
The leader of the band in the square has been imprisoned just because of the music he played.
I don't know who you've been talking to, but that fella, Miguel, he's an agitator.
He is?
What's the real reason the musician was imprisoned?
Handed out subversive literature at the mines. That so-called general was waiting for Miguel when he got back into town. Marched him off to jail at gunpoint on a charge of inciting a riot.
Well, that's completely different.
I spoke to Pearl earlier.
Yeah? Did she mention that we had a kind of falling out?
Yes, she did.
She'll get over it.
Did you drive all the way down here?
Hell no. Pearl did the driving while I followed the maps. The way she handled the wheel, you'd think she'd been trucking half her life.
Well, I believe Pearl is a stand-up lady, and she probably has no problems handling a big truck like that.
Why did you bring a huge truck like that?
George, I'm on a top-secret classified mission for Uncle Sam. This truck is a rolling bomb. 400 pounds of nitrate fertilizer with a plastique initiator. They'll hear the bang in China. Gee, I'm really looking forward to this.
Let's hope we're not around when that happens.
Do you know anything about a shipping company called Condor Transglobal?
Sure I do. You have to get up pretty early to catch Dwayne with his pants down.
What? You beat me to it?
Condor Transglobal is all wound up. Seems like my investigations scared them off.
Oh, damn it.
Would you like to borrow my lucky piece of coal, Dwayne?
What's so lucky about it?
Well, we made it to Quaramonte in one piece.
When you've been here a few days, you won't look on that as luck.
Ooh, that's kind of a negative look on things.
What do you think of these panties, Dwayne?
Lord, hot stuff, George. You buy those for your girl?
No, a guy we know in Paris bought them for her.
Oh, you're a threesome then.
Ooh.
Why are you looking at me like that, George?
Forget it.
I have a feeling that Dwayne used to be a swinger too.
Would
Back
you
in
like
the
a
old
biscuit,
days.
Dwayne?
Oh no, those gourmet dog snacks bring me out in a rash.
You've tried them?
They were on special offer. Pearl bought a whole crate. When I asked her if she was thinking of keeping a dog too, she just laughed.
I'm not really surprised when it comes to Pearl. And I've always wondered what they taste like. I'm guessing they are quite dry, actually. And I suppose this is the cousin of the
He's a
musician.
friendly-looking guy.
I'm guessing so. He has no legs, so...
Hi, I'm George Stobbart. What can you tell me about the mining company?
The general closed down one of their mines after the explosion. Lots of folks lost their lives. I was lucky.
Yeah,
I
it
only
is!
lost my
It's
leg.
him! He only has, well, he has some stumps, but he's alive at least. That's kind of a social stigma, I guess, in most cultures. But he has a cool little board. I mean, skateboarding has never been better
Can you tell me anything
in a
about
place
this
without
stone?
asphalt.
That's obsidian. It's a volcanic rock which has cooled so fast that...
Yeah, look, I'm not interested in geology.
You're not. I suppose you want to know about the carved picture on it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Then the guy you should talk to is the professor. He was here
Ooh.
a while ago.
Professor? Who?
Do you know
Is
what this
Ubi
statue
here?
represents?
Should do. I used to carve things like that to sell to tourists. But it scared people around here, so I stopped.
Okay, so I have one of your carvings probably in my pants.
Do you recognize the design on this label?
Why, sure. That's the Condor Transglobal Shipping Company logo.
Do they have an office in Quaramonte?
No, but they ship out from here.
That's what I thought.
Well, that's good to know. This guy is helpful.
Did you see the ship with the Condor flag?
No.
But the dock is just the other side of the square.
Might as well be the other side of the moon.
Come on, you have a cool little cart to drive around in.
Have you heard about the eclipse of the sun?
Sure, I'm having a party to celebrate it. Drop by.
Really?
Sure. Plenty of food, plenty of wine, and everyone's invited, except the general.
I'll call you Arnold. You're Arnold sideways. Yeah, that's what you are.
What do you think of these panties?
Awesome. You wear them?
No, someone sent them to my girlfriend.
Thoughtful.
I wonder how that would feel. Well, I'm not that kind of guy, but I'm still just curious. How the hell would that kind of panties feel like? I've always wondered how it feels for women who wear those like tanga shorts. Are they call that? Tanga underpants that run up your bum a lot. Because I know that when it happens to me, it's very, very uncomfortable when my regular underpants do that. Extremely uncomfortable. It feels like you have a bunch of stuff up there.
Seeing a lot of you.
We meet sometimes for lunch, a drink. After you'd gone back to the States, I was pretty lonely, you know.
Lonely? You must have been desperate. Couldn't you just visit the zoo or something?
I mean, the monkeys are probably more entertaining than Andre. Queen Annie!
Do you have any theories about this stone?
I think that design represents a dog, a Mexican dog.
So, this is the sacred Chihuahua stone? Sheesh.
The Chihuahua! Maybe it's a map to Taco Bell.
Take a look at this.
I didn't even know I had that.
Where did you get that kind of money?
It's not mine. I found that statement at Ubier's house.
You didn't show her until now? Come on, George. That's actually
Take a
kind of
look at
lazy.
this.
An eclipse of the sun. Why the sudden interest in astronomy?
I found the cutting in Ubier's house.
Apparently, it's only visible from Central America.
From here. Doi.
Take a look at this, Nico.
That's disgusting, George. Why are you carrying it around with you?
I don't know. I just can't seem to part with it.
Well, everybody has a worm in their pocket, don't they? Is that normal?
Guess what this is? Go on, guess.
It's wrought iron, probably from a chimney stack on an old stove.
Well, I suppose it could be.
Damn, she's
How
good.
did you know that?
My grandfather used to work in a foundry.
Oh.
Would you like a biscuit?
Gourmet dog? Have you been eating those things, George?
Sure, they're great.
Yum, 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 yum. Everybody loves that, don't they? Okay, so that's the mining company. We have the police station over here. We have the fellows over here. I need to talk to them again because this is kind of weird. If Miguel was caught... Come on. Anything? No, I wanted to ask about Miguel because he has been inciting riots. So, yeah. They should know about that. They should be accomplices.
Do you have crabs?
No, only
Well, that's an interesting question for someone. Do you have crabs?
Do you recognize this statue?
Si, senor. It is very, very bad luck. That is Tezcatlipoca, Night Hunter.
I know, but I don't believe in luck, good or bad.
You may not now, but you will.
The guy looked scared out of his wits.
Superstitious people.
Go away.
Alright, they don't like me. That's a good name. I should call my dick the Night Hunter from now on. I think that should be normal, shouldn't it? Yeah, it's a lot of talking in the beginning, but that's how it works in most of these games anyway. You need to talk, find clues and everything.
Hi.
You wanna buy something?
No, not really.
I got cabbages. Buy a cabbage, senor.
I don't think so. I didn't come all this way to buy vegetables.
But I like cabbages. Come on, George.
Have you
I want a
ever
cabbage.
seen anything like this before?
Aye, Tezcatlipoca. Put it away, senor. Tezcatlipoca brings nothing but evil.
The poor guy was so freaked, he didn't even mention his cabbages. See ya.
Well, you know, there's some people here, and there's a woman, and there's a man over there, and another woman there. I'm just going
Hi.
to talk to everyone.
Lovely bread.
Okay.
Bread. Pan?
Si, pan.
Maybe I'll come back later when I'm hungry.
Finally, someone who doesn't speak English in this game. Wow, that's a new one. Every time, you know, must be a first for something. Sir?
Hi there. What have you got for sale?
Okay.
I said, what have you got? Oh, never mind.
This is actually kind of a nice touch that there are some interacting points that don't lead anywhere, and they have actually chosen to go with the I don't speak the English. That's actually a really good idea.
Those things are gourds, aren't they?
See.
Hey! In the footwear, lady.
And I guess this is a toll booth. So I've actually talked to every single one, and can't I just bring the goats with me on adventure? I mean, we have the goat simulator, so why not have a goat pet come along with
Inside
you?
the hut was a chair and a small table.
I believe that he would be a much better companion than most other people. At least Nico right now. She's mostly just pissed off all the time. I mean, Nico was kind of fun in the previous game, but now she's just pissy. Now, let's go and talk to her. Yeah, and she's going to love the fact that you're yelling at her whenever you're entering a building. Oh, at least I didn't have to wait for the animation of her showing up. Is that?
I have done just as I have been instructed, Professor.
Oh, it's Generalissimo, isn't it? With the big smile
With
and the
mine
Fabio
closed
hair.
down, there'll be no one around to observe your excavations. Ah, I have visitors.
Just remember what I told you, General. There's really no need to make a martyr out of that man.
Wait, is that Ubi? Is it? Damn, what a smile! Look at that
I'm
guy!
sorry to keep you waiting, Senor. Welcome to Quarmonte.
Thanks. My name's George Stobbart from California.
But what is this? An angel come down to earth.
Oh my.
Nicole Collard. Enchanté, mon général.
Yeah, she looks like she's going to join the rebels or something.
Pardon me, Senorita, but I couldn't help myself.
Of course not, you
Look,
couldn't.
we'd like to ask you a few questions.
You've come to
Hey.
the right place, Senor.
Is that
Tourist
Space Invaders?
information. General Graciento, at your service.
Yeah, it's Space Invaders. Look at that. Ha! Top of the line technology here.
This is the tourist office? It says police on the sign outside.
It is both, Senor. I am a man of many parts.
I can
Especially
see that,
lovely parts, I
General.
guess. With that smile, you're a freaking shark.
Have you heard of a guy called Karzak?
No? No, I never heard of him.
Oh, you're such a good liar, aren't you?
I hear there was an accident at the mine a few months ago.
That's correct.
A lot of men killed, weren't there?
A few.
30?
Barely 1% of the working population.
1%. So you have 3,000 working men, and you lost 30. Actually, that's a big blow, honestly.
Is it true there's a restriction on music in Quarmonte?
Yes, there is. An emergency measure introduced by Nuestra Senora.
Folk music is a link with the past for some
Oh,
of these
it is?
people. Take away their musical roots, and what do they got left?
Easy listening.
You think easy listening could replace a musical heritage hundreds of years old?
Why not? It happened in your country.
Good point, General. Very
Are
good
there
point.
any ruins around the city?
Of course, Senor. Quarmonte has everything.
I have a friend
Even a
who
private
wants
bar.
to visit an historical site.
Ronaldo will only be too pleased to conduct a guided tour when he's dealt with today's paperwork, of course.
Of
Who was
course.
the guy you were talking to when we arrived?
Professor Ubier, a visitor, Senor, like yourselves.
Did you say Ubier?
Si, Senor. Professor Ubier, a
Yeah.
French archaeologist.
That's the guy, but I thought he was younger. Oh, or the death of his wife took him very
What's
hard.
Ubier doing in Quarmonte?
Researching our rich and glorious past, Senor. The professor is planning an expedition to some Mayan ruins.
Oh,
He
I
came
want to
see
join.
me to get an excavation permit.
Can I go with him, please? I need a job anyway.
Would you like a biscuit?
Are you trying to bribe me?
Well, every man has his price.
Mine is more than a dog cookie, Senor Stobbart.
Yeah, I'm guessing he wants Nico too, and then he's okay with the dog biscuit.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
That's a native carving, isn't it? Where did you get it?
We picked it up in the market as a souvenir.
Dangerous stuff.
Take a look at this label.
Si, Senor. Condor Transglobal.
Can you tell me where to find their offices?
No, Senor. I never heard of them, and neither did Ronaldo.
He's a lousy
Are
liar.
you sure you never heard of Condor?
Oh, yes.
The company is registered here in Quarmonte City.
You are mistaken, Senorita.
The musicians out in the square say that a ship flying the Condor flag was birthed here.
They are simple peasants. They will go along with anything you say in the hopes of parting you from your money.
Sure they do.
Condor is run by Karzak, isn't it?
Wrong again, Senor.
Karzak has nothing to do with anything.
Hey, you said you didn't know him.
Whoever he is.
Ah,
Do you keep
nice
a
save.
record of companies registered in Quaramonte?
Of course, senorita.
Aha.
Unfortunately, all the records were destroyed by a flash flood.
Flash flood of brandy and some fire, I guess?
Do you know anything about the forthcoming eclipse, General?
Such things do not interest me, senor.
Of course not. Maybe these do.
What do you think of these panties, General?
Oh boy, fabuloso.
They're yours if you'll tell me all you know about Karzak.
I told you, I never heard of the guy.
He wants to wear them himself.
Please now. I told you all I know.
You told me nothing.
He wants to be a bride with panties. Oh, I'm laughing too much. Oh, this is killing me. Oh, I need to take a short break. Take off. Oh boy, I'm back. Whew. I'm actually sweating from coughing and laughing at the same time. And that's a Ronaldo and a spittoon. Also cameras too. Oh boy, this general is crazy. And he has a really, really weird smile. Let's have a look at the computer, because that's Space Invader.
It was a computer monitor with some kind of outdated game displayed on it. I didn't have time to get sidetracked by playing computer games.
Aww.
The television was showing what appeared to be a low-budget soap. A tall man with long blonde hair was shouting at a woman who was naked apart from a towel.
The Generalissimo's own TV show. Everybody loves the General. Let's talk to Ronaldo. Does he speak the English too?
Hi, I'm George Stobbart.
Hello, senor. How can I help you?
He looks very bored.
I'd like to visit your prisoner.
Condemned prisoners aren't allowed visitors.
Condemned?
To death. He is
Wow.
to be executed. Knowing my luck, I will probably have to shoot him myself.
Amnesty International is going to hear about this.
Yeah, being shot for singing folk music is kind of harsh.
I thought Miguel was arrested for playing the wrong kind of music.
Si, senor, he was.
And that carries the death penalty?
No. You think we're crazy? While being questioned, he confessed to being an anti-government agent.
Well, I wonder just... I believe that he confessed under duress. Really.
Are there any ancient pyramids near Quaramonte?
Si, senor. But it's not very impressive. It's in ruins.
That's perfect.
That's what we want to
Would you
see.
be willing to give a guided tour of the ruins?
I can't. The Generale would have a fit if I left all this paperwork.
Well, are we going to help him with that? Have a biscuit.
Would you like a gourmet dog snack biscuit?
I would love one, senor. But I would have a problem with my teeth.
Toothache?
No, senor. If the General catches me eating on duty, he'll knock them out.
Oh, I thought dog biscuits would be good for your teeth otherwise. That's what I've heard. At least that's what they say in the adverts.
Do you recognize this statue?
Tezcatlipoca, the Night Wind.
Night
Take it
Wind,
away,
Night
senor.
Hunter.
That stone is cursed.
That's why we carry it.
You know anything about this eclipse?
No, senor. El General keeps me in the dark about most things.
So long.
And with that, we're going to leave George here in the police/tourist office of the General in Quaramonte City. And also, thanks so much for watching! If you liked what you saw, hit that like button and leave a comment. Why not subscribe to the channel and get some more awesome videos when it comes out next time. But for now, I'll see you guys later.